Hey warriors, focus is the blade that sharpens your life. Without it, even the mightiest sword turns dull. Without focus, your mind wanders like a ship without direction, drifting across endless seas of distraction. But when focus burns within you, you slice through noise, break through doubt, and build a life that feels strong, intentional, and unbreakable. Most people don't fail because they lack strength or intelligence. They fail because their focus has been taken from them. Taken by noise, by temptation, by constant notifications, by other people's opinions, and by the habit of doing everything except what truly matters. The world is built to divide your attention. The Stoics understood this thousands of years ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Your focus is that power. It is your ability to channel your energy where it counts most. And when you control it, you are no longer controlled by chaos. You rise above it. That is what this video is about. Taking back your power, sharpening your awareness, and walking the Stoic path toward a focus so intense it feels like your soul is lit with purpose. But understand this, focus is not about grinding endlessly. It's not about sitting for hours without moving. Focus is clarity. It's knowing exactly where your energy belongs and refusing to let anything meaningless steal it. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. When your focus is fractured, life feels wasted. But when your focus is whole, life feels limitless." Picture yourself as an archer. You hold the bow. You draw the arrow. Around you, the world is loud. The crowd shouts. The wind pushes. Doubts whisper. But the Stoic way teaches you to quiet the noise. Breathe deeply. Lock your eyes on the target. And release without hesitation. That is focus. In the next 30 minutes, I'll share 10 powerful Stoic truths that can increase your focus by 200%. These are not fantasies. They are rooted in timeless wisdom that cuts through modern distractions just as it did in ancient Rome. Each truth will sharpen your attention and give your life deeper meaning and direction. Just half an hour. Stay with me. It might change how you focus for the rest of your life. But remember this, focus is a decision. Every day you choose where your attention goes, and every choice shapes your destiny. The great Stoic Epictetus said, "You become what you give your attention to." If your attention feeds chaos, you become anxious. If it feeds anger, you become bitter. If it feeds growth, you become unstoppable. So ask yourself, where has your focus been? Scattered and stolen by noise, or sharp, protected, and directed like a warrior's blade? This video is here to remind you of your strength, to show you how to reclaim your attention and defend it as if your life depends on it. Because it does. Before we begin, promise yourself something. You won't just watch this video, you'll live it. Take these 10 truths and apply them daily. If you do, your focus won't just improve, it will transform you into someone unstoppable. Now, before we move into the first truth, do me a favor. Like this video, leave a comment, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to the channel. Don't skip a single part. By the end, your mindset will feel sharper than ever. Begin strong. Drop this in the comments. My focus is my power. Number 1. Guard your mind like a fortress. Your focus is only as strong as the walls protecting your mind. In ancient times, a city survived only if its walls stood firm. The Stoics believed the same about the human spirit. The greatest threat is not enemies outside, it is distractions within. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You have been wandering, now return." He was calling himself back to attention, refusing to let his thoughts scatter like leaves in the wind. That lesson is even more urgent today. Every notification, every scroll, every pointless distraction is a crack in your fortress wall. And when the wall collapses, your focus disappears. Guarding your mind means setting boundaries. It means saying no more than you say yes. It means deciding that your attention is sacred. Because here is the truth. If you don't protect your focus, someone else will use it. Companies spend billions to capture seconds of your attention. Every click, every scroll, every autoplay video is a chain around your concentration. A Stoic would say, defend your fortress. Be selective about what enters. Before every distraction, ask yourself, will this help me become who I want to be? If the answer is no, close the gate. Because every time you surrender your focus, you don't just lose time, you lose a part of yourself. Build rituals that strengthen your walls. Start your morning in silence, not on your phone. Identify the 3 most important tasks of the day and center your focus around them. Create a quiet space, even a small corner, where your mind can breathe. The Stoics practiced stillness daily, not as comfort, but as discipline. When you guard your mind like a fortress, you stop feeling scattered. You feel steady, powerful, in control. You are no longer ruled by distractions. You rule them. And when you do, your focus doesn't simply grow, it multiplies. Claim this truth. Write it below, I guard my focus like a fortress. Number 2, cut away what weakens you. Focus is not only about adding discipline, it is about removing distraction. A sculptor does not build a masterpiece by piling on clay. He reveals it by carving away the unnecessary. The Stoics lived this principle. Epictetus said, if you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Why? Because others won't understand why you remove what they cling to. But you must, if you want focus. Look at your daily life. How many things drain you without adding value? Endless chats, toxic conversations, gossip, mindless entertainment. They don't just take minutes, they steal clarity. Focus grows in simplicity. Chaos grows in excess. Most people never reach their potential because they refuse to cut away. Minimalism isn't about your wardrobe or desk, it's about your mind. A Stoic clears mental clutter the way a warrior sharpens a blade, by removing what dulls it. You cannot strengthen your focus if your mind is overloaded with noise. You must design a life where only what matters remains. Ask yourself, what drains me? Who drains me? Where do I waste my energy? Write it down. Face it honestly. Then slowly remove it. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but it will free you. Marcus Aurelius advised, if you seek tranquility, do less, but do what is essential. Peace and focus don't come from doing everything. They come from doing what matters most. Focus is not a gift. It is a decision, and the first step is subtraction. When you remove the unnecessary, you gain more than time, you gain power. Like a sculptor, your life becomes art only when you cut away the excess. Number 3, master the art of single-tasking. The modern world praises multitasking, but multitasking destroys focus. Your mind is not a circus performer. It is an arrow, and an arrow cannot hit 2 targets at once. Seneca warned, to be everywhere is to be nowhere. When your attention is scattered, your depth disappears. You may touch many tasks, but you master none. The Stoics practiced presence. To live fully meant to give yourself completely to this moment, this action, this breath. When you do that, your focus becomes unstoppable. Imagine writing with full attention, not half. Listening with complete presence, not with your eyes glued to your phone. Working toward your dream with undivided energy. That is single-tasking. Modern science confirms what the Stoics already knew. The brain is not designed for multitasking. Every switch of attention drains energy and weakens performance. Every division fragments your focus. But when you commit to one task and immerse yourself fully, you enter what modern thinkers call flow, a state of deep focus where effort feels natural and powerful. To master single-tasking, train your mind. Start small. When you eat, just eat. When you read, just read. When you work, just work. Refuse the temptation to divide yourself. It will feel difficult in the beginning because distraction has become a habit, almost an addiction. But if you stay consistent, your focus will strengthen like a trained muscle. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, do every act of your life as though it were the last act of your life. Think about that for a moment. If this task were your last, would you rush through it? Would you split your attention, or would you give it everything you have? That is the Stoic path. That is how focus multiplies. Single-tasking turns the ordinary into something powerful. It makes your work meaningful, your conversations alive, and your goals realistic. You don't need to do more things. You need to do one thing with excellence. Fix this lesson in your mind. Comment it now. I give my full focus to one task. Number 4. Discipline your environment. A chaotic environment produces a chaotic mind. You cannot plant seeds during a storm and expect growth. In the same way, you cannot develop focus in a space that constantly pulls your attention away. The Stoics understood this well. They knew that while you cannot control the entire world, you can control the space you choose to stand in. Epictetus said, the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. This truth extends beyond people. It includes your... If your space is messy, your thoughts will reflect that mess. If your environment is filled with temptation, your attention will scatter. Disciplining your environment means shaping conditions where focus becomes natural instead of forced. Remove distractions. Clear your desk. Leave your phone outside the room when you work. Place reminders of your highest goals where your eyes can see them daily. Turn your space into a sanctuary for concentration. Many believe willpower is enough, but willpower fades. Environment influences behavior more than intention. The Stoics withdrew into quiet places to think, simplified their spaces, walked in nature to calm their minds. They strengthened themselves by choosing their ground. Ask yourself, does my environment move me closer to my goals or further away? If it pulls you away, change it. Structure is not weakness. It is wisdom. Focus grows in order, not chaos. Picture a warrior preparing his weapons before battle. Picture a philosopher clearing his desk before writing. Now picture yourself designing a space where your focus can breathe, where distraction becomes distant. That is discipline. That is power. That is how focus expands. Number 5. Train your attention through stillness. Stillness is not passivity. It is strength. In a world that moves faster every day, the one who can remain still holds the greatest advantage, control over their attention. Marcus Aurelius practiced this daily. He woke early, sat quietly, and wrote to himself, reminding his soul of its power. The modern world has nearly erased silence. Noise fills every moment. Distraction lives in every device. Silence now feels uncomfortable. But without stillness, focus weakens. The Stoics understood that silence trains the mind the way resistance trains the body. It builds the ability to choose thoughts instead of being carried away by them. Training your attention does not require hours on a mountain. It requires moments of returning to yourself. 5 quiet minutes before your day begins. A pause in your breathing when stress surrounds you. Closing your eyes and remembering, I control my mind. Nothing outside controls me. This is where focus develops. Like a muscle, attention strengthens every time you bring it back to the present. The more you practice, the longer you can hold it. Stillness is the training ground of the mind. Stoics visualized challenges before they happened, imagined worst-case outcomes to weaken fear, and sat in silence to remember what mattered. These were not comfort rituals. They were focus training. Try this daily. Remove all noise for 5 minutes. Sit alone. Let your thoughts wander, then gently guide them back to one point: your breath, your purpose, your task. At first, your mind will resist, but soon you will feel stability rising within you. The strength of steady focus. Stillness is not emptiness. It is awareness. It is reclaiming control of your attention and directing it intentionally. In stillness, focus sharpens. And when focus sharpens, it becomes powerful. Make this commitment. Write it below. I train my focus through stillness. Number 6. Turn obstacles into fuel. Distraction does not only come from pleasure. It also comes from pain. Frustration, setbacks, and obstacles can scatter the mind quickly. When life becomes difficult, most people lose their clarity. They surrender to emotion and let chaos lead them. But the Stoics discovered another way, using obstacles to strengthen focus. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is one of the most powerful Stoic principles. The very challenges that weaken others can strengthen you. Perspective is everything. Think of fire. When wood is added, the flame grows stronger. In the same way, difficulties can intensify your focus. When someone doubts you, do not waste energy on resentment. Channel that energy into progress. When problems appear, do not drown in frustration. Direct your focus toward solutions. When life tests you, sharpen your mind instead of scattering it. Every obstacle can either drain your focus or deepen it. The decision belongs to you. This mindset takes practice. When hardship arrives, pause and ask, how can this serve me? How can this strengthen my discipline? Over time, you will notice something powerful. Setbacks refine you. Challenges clarify you. Obstacles ignite your determination. Many distractions disguise themselves as problems. But once you learn to reframe them, they become strength. And when you master this, your focus stops being fragile. It becomes steady and resilient. Number 7, live by ritual, not impulse. A distracted mind follows impulse. It reacts to whatever feels urgent, jumping from one task to another, never building depth. A focused mind follows structure. The Stoics believed order in daily life created freedom within the soul. Epictetus taught, first say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. Rituals anchor you. They stabilize you when distractions pull at your attention. They give your mind rhythm and direction. Without them, you drift. With them, you move with purpose. Consider simple daily rituals that strengthen focus. Waking early with intention. Journalism to clear your thoughts. Practicing silence before work. Dedicating fixed hours to deep tasks. Reviewing your day each evening. Small actions, repeated daily, build unbreakable discipline. Most people wait for motivation, but motivation fades. Ritual does not depend on mood. It depends on commitment. When you live by ritual, focus becomes consistent. Your mind understands what matters and when to act. The Stoics prepared for each day in the morning and reflected each evening. They lived by rhythm, not randomness. That rhythm allowed them to remain calm even when everything around them changed. Ask yourself, what daily habits can protect my focus? What simple structures can anchor me? Begin with one. Keep it steady. Over time, that single ritual will grow into a system that guards your attention and strengthens your life. Even a single ritual practiced daily builds strength. And as you stack them one by one, your focus begins to expand. Rituals are not restrictions, they are liberation. They are not chains, they are wings. Because when you live by ritual, you stop depending on temporary impulses. You depend on discipline, and discipline multiplies focus. Number 8, master your inner dialogue. Your focus isn't only stolen by the outside world, it's stolen by the voice within. Doubt, fear, overthinking, endless mental noise. That internal chatter can drain your attention faster than any notification ever could. The Stoics understood this deeply. They trained themselves to command their thoughts because clarity in action always begins with clarity in the mind. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." And every reaction begins with a thought. If your inner dialogue is unstable, your focus will be unstable. But if your inner dialogue is steady, your focus becomes firm. Most people allow their minds to wander without direction. They replay past failures. They argue with themselves. They imagine disasters that haven't happened. And every time this happens, their attention leaks like water from a cracked vessel. Focus requires repairing that vessel. It requires choosing your thoughts with care. You must become the commander of your inner voice. When negative thoughts appear, don't fight them endlessly. Replace them. Instead of saying, "I can't handle this," say, "I will stay with this until it's finished." Instead of saying, "I'm overwhelmed," say, "I will take this step by step." This isn't blind optimism. This is Stoic discipline. It's feeding your mind words that strengthen concentration instead of weaken it. Marcus Aurelius wrote daily reflections, not for praise, but to shape his thinking. He corrected his inner voice on paper. You can do the same. Write your doubts down. Face them honestly. Then replace them with focused truths. Your inner dialogue can either trap you or empower you. When you control it, fear loses its grip and focus stands firm. Number 9. Strengthen focus through the body. Focus is not purely mental, it is physical. A drained body cannot sustain a sharp mind. A chaotic lifestyle produces a chaotic spirit. The Stoics treated the body as an instrument of the mind, training it with discipline so it could support clarity. Seneca reminded himself that the body must be conditioned so it does not rebel against the mind. This wasn't vanity, it was wisdom. A neglected body weakens attention. A disciplined body strengthens it. Your brain does not function separately from your physical state. Sleep, movement, and nourishment directly affect your concentration. If you deprive yourself of rest, eat poorly, and remain inactive, your focus will scatter regardless of intention. But when you care for your body, clarity becomes easier. This doesn't require extreme routines. It requires consistency. Sleep properly. Move your body daily, even briefly. Choose foods that energize rather than exhaust you. Step outside. Breathe deeply. These small acts clear mental fog and build resilience. The Stoics walked often, trained their endurance, and lived simply so their minds could remain steady. They knew the mind cannot remain free if the body is neglected. Your focus lives in your posture, your breath, your habits. Strengthen the body and the mind follows. Number 10. Live as if focus decides everything. One of the most dangerous lies we tell ourselves is this: I'll focus tomorrow. But tomorrow quietly steals opportunity while promising endless time. The Stoics rejected this illusion. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself with unwavering clarity that life could end at any moment. And that truth shaped how he thought and acted. Focus is not something you postpone. It is not a tool you pick up when conditions feel perfect. It is the way you live today. Every day spent distracted is not just time lost, it is a piece of life gone forever. Distraction doesn't only steal minutes, it steals meaning. It fractures your purpose and leaves you restless. If you live with scattered attention, your life will reflect that scattering, incomplete efforts, unfinished dreams, delayed goals. But if you live as though focus determines everything, your life sharpens. It becomes intentional, powerful, meaningful. This is not about rushing. Stoic focus was never frantic. It was deliberate. It was standing firmly in the present and asking, what truly deserves my attention today? Then protecting that answer without compromise. Focus is cultivated daily. Imagine beginning each morning not with noise but with clarity. You wake and ask, what matters most today? That single question directs your discipline. And at night, you reflect, did I give my best attention to what truly mattered? If yes, you rest in peace. If not, you rise stronger tomorrow. That is growth. Seneca wrote that life is not short, we simply waste much of it. When you carry this truth within you, you stop postponing attention. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. You focus now because now is all you have. When you live this way, distractions shrink. Notifications lose importance. Idle scrolling feels empty. You realize your attention is your most valuable asset. Spend it wisely, and your life becomes richer. Every day becomes purposeful, not rushed, but intentional. Over time, you won't see a scattered existence behind you. You'll see a life of clarity, strength, and meaning. Do not delay. Do not surrender your attention. Live as if focus shapes everything, because it does. Write it below. Today I live with focus and urgency. Focus is not merely a skill. It is the sharp edge of your life. With it, you cut through confusion. You silence chaos. You build meaning. Without it, you dissolve into distraction. The Stoics understood that the mind is the only kingdom you truly govern. Protect it, refine it, direct it wisely. No external force can conquer a disciplined mind. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, they endured turmoil, conflict, and uncertainty. What kept them steady was not status or wealth. It was focus. The focus to live by principle. The focus to act clearly. The focus to master themselves. And you can do the same. Guard your mind. Remove what weakens you. Practice single tasking. Design your environment. Embrace stillness. Transform obstacles. Commit to rituals. Command your inner voice. Strengthen your body. And live each day as though focus defines everything. These 10 truths are not just ideas, they are tools. When applied, they reshape your life. But remember, focus is always a choice. Every day you decide whether to protect it or waste it. Every moment you choose whether to sharpen it or scatter it. And in those decisions, your destiny is formed. Take these principles, practice them. Protect your focus as if your future depends on it, because it does. Before you go, like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's build a community of disciplined warriors. End this journey with intention. Write this final line below. My focus creates my destiny.